What we can learn from conspiracy theories. From political upheavals to anxieties about sex, technology and women, it turns out conspiracy theories can tell us a lot about what's going on in our societies, and how to fix them. In 331 BC, something was wrong with Rome. Across the city, swathes of eminent men were succumbing to sickness, and practically all of them were dying. The losses were as baffling as they were alarming. Then one day, a slave approached a curula aedile, a kind of magistrate, and hinted that she might know why. The girl led a team of investigators to various houses, where she claimed they would find an alliance of upper-class women secretly preparing poisons. They did. The accused were dragged to the central square, and asked to prove their innocence. Since they claimed their concoctions were medicinal, would they drink them? Alas, two of the suspects obliged, and promptly dropped dead. Mass arrests followed, and a further 170 women were found to be involved. The incident was a huge scandal. In the aftermath, the people of Rome elected a dedicated official to perform a ritual banishment of evil, a tactic which had previously only been used as a last resort after extreme civil unrest. Or, at least, this is the version of events that was dutifully recorded by the respected historian Livy, who was born a few hundred years later. But he wasn't convinced that the women were really responsible, and neither are modern-day experts. Instead, Livy pointed to a far more rational explanation: an epidemic. At the time, the city was in the grip of an unknown plague, a common cause of death in the classical world. Mass poisonings, on the other hand, were unheard of. The case discussed by Livy was the first of its kind, and the whole affair had struck Roman citizens as distinctly odd. In fact, the women probably really were preparing medicines, and the rest of the story was heavily embellished or entirely made up. The infamous poisonings of 331 BC are thought to be a conspiracy theory, to explain deaths that had an obvious cause all along. Amid the current pandemic, this scenario is oddly familiar. Since the beginning of April, at least 77 phone masts and 40 engineers have been attacked in the UK, after some people bought into the erroneous idea that COVID-19 is somehow being spread by powerful forces in the global telecommunications industry. Now the rumor has spread to the US, where there are fears it may lead to further violence. Yet again, reason is being cast aside, in favor of a niche explanation that involves a convoluted secret plot. The question is, why did these alternative stories catch on? From alien lizard rulers to shark attacks instigated by spies and elaborate multi-billion-dollar hoaxes, the menagerie of conspiracy theories in existence is so bizarre. The reasons some take off, and others vanish without a trace, may seem almost random. There's even a conspiracy theory about how conspiracy theories were invented. In keeping with the standard conspiracy formula, the CIA were allegedly involved. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.